What's up, everybody? Everyday Gunpla here, back with another review. Today we are reviewing one of the most anticipated kits of the year. It wasn't in my top 10 my top 5 anticipated kits of the year, but nonetheless I did pick this up because I'm going to see Hathaway on the 15th. So I figured, why not grab the Alyzeus, the high grade version. Now, even though this is a high grade, this thing is freaking massive, guys. Straight out of the box, we've got 28 runners, we've got stickers, water slides, and a really detailed book. Now, initially, I wasn't too excited about this kit. I'm not really into the whole chicken aesthetic this thing has, and that may bother some of you guys, but honestly, it looks like a chicken, guys. Like, there's no getting around it. This thing looks like a flying chicken because of the feet. Just the way the head looks, it just looks like a giant freaking chicken. But let's get to this book. Book's really detailed. One of the only books from Bandai I've seen that actually tells you every runner you're going to need for every section. Now, I don't know if that has to do with this being basically 2 kits in one, because you get the mass-produced new Gundam, plus you get the Alyzeus armor. But I kind of chalked this up to just being, I think Bandai is finally starting to modernize their books more and take note from the Chinese books and actually give people more variety of separating their parts in their kits. But super highly detailed, lots of pages, over 40 pages of this book. Everything's super detailed, everything's pretty good art. I wish there was a little bit more color. But beggars really can't be choosers. The box art's amazing. The book art looks just like the box art, so I really can't be that upset about this. This is all around a solid book. You guys know how I feel about the books. So let's jump into this build. Now, the build itself was really enjoyable. This is one of those kits that stays super engaging from start to finish. But I will be honest with you guys, I got a little bored midway through the build. That's just because my brain's not set for high grade building that much anymore. Now, don't get me wrong, I love an easy, quick, fast, high grade. But I'm so used to building master grades and bigger kits now that I wasn't super excited at first. Or excuse me, not at first. I wasn't super excited midway through this build because it's just super simple. And when I say super simple, everything, it's a high grade, guys. I mean, there's really nothing else you can, the mass-produced new Gundam is pretty cool. You don't really get those. I think this is the first mass-produced new Gundam for Bandai outside of the actual Amuro Ray new Gundam. So again, super quick build. Took me about, I think, an hour to build this new Gundam, which is kind of ironic because I have the perfect grade unleashed in my bedroom where my Gundams are. And then I also have another new Gundam. I think I have a high grade. Yeah, I have a master grade Verka new Gundam that I haven't even built yet. So technically, if we're breaking this down, this is pretty much my very first new Gundam that I've built. But it's neither here nor there. You know, you guys can roast me in the comments if you want. So, torso construction of this is pretty simple. Again, the head's pretty simple. The arm's pretty simple. It's a high grade, guys. I mean, there's really nothing to write home about here. Everything just snaps together. It's pretty fast. You've got some, I think, I was going to say, you've got some of a challenge, some bit of a challenge here, but you really don't. This thing is quick. You're going to build it fast. Fast builders, you'll probably build this within 45 minutes to an hour like me. you know, guys who take their time, probably take about 3 hours to build this thing. This thing is brain dead. You know, there's nothing to it, man. There's nothing to it. Now, design wise, this actually looks kind of cool. The reason for the colors, if you guys are like, oh, there's a new Gundam, why isn't it like Amuro's? This is the mass produced version. So basically what that means is this is what the Federation was using, or essentially we're going to use as just regular mobile suits, just for their grunts and all that stuff. But I don't think many of these were made. There was, I think, a handful of them were made, but not enough to like actually like arm the entire military. So this is why you get these standard Fedi colors. Essentially, this is future Fedi colors. So if you look at this new Gundam, and then you look at the Federation during the F90, F91 era, you can see where the colors are headed for the military, ESFF. You know what I mean? Like you can see like where those colors are coming from with the Jeggins and all those guys. So pretty much you get all that started here with this mass produce, which is pretty cool. A little bit of some future canon for you guys. So let's get back into this. Articulation for the new Gundam. I mean, it's a high grade articulation. You can pretty much pose this thing however you want. I'm going to do a little bit of poses here pretty soon to show it off a little bit. But this thing, I mean, it's just a high grade. Articulation's good. The leg movement's good. Arms are good. Weaponry is good. You know, that's what you're going to get for your high grades, man. There's really nothing to write home about here. Looks pretty cool. I didn't put the funnels on him currently. I saved those actually for the Alyzeus build, but you can put the funnels on him and all 6 can be on him, or you can just use 3. But as you see right here, you know, it's a little chill. That's a little chill build. Anyways, let's talk about the color separation again. So there's a few areas that benefit from the paint, the smaller details, the feet. My only gripe about the feet is I know for a fact that people have been talking about it online, and there's some holes in the bottom of the feet for the new Gundam that should have been filled in, I think. I know some people are filling that stuff in with putty and other stuff. Bandai, I don't know why you guys left that blank or hollowed out. That's a little weird for me. It takes away from the balancing of it, I think. But I also think the reason why those pieces are missing from the bottom of the feet was to make new Gundam mass produced lighter, because you can transform this thing, and that's one of the most awesome parts of this build, is you are able to transform this thing. Now let's talk about the design a little bit. The design itself has a ton of shelf presence. Once we get into that part of the build, you'll see what I'm talking about. The first thing that stands out, honestly, the silhouette for this thing, the chicken coop thing. I know I keep talking. I'm sorry. I'm done with the jokes. It's really cool. The Alyzeus is a very aggressive and super futuristic outer armor shell type, which you don't really see. So like for Hathaway, there's actually the Alyzeus. There's the what was that name of that other one? There's a bunch. I forget the names of some of the Gundams, but the Federation version, there's a bunch of like outer armor and stuff, man. Like you don't really get that many suits like that going forward after this. Yeah, you get a bunch of like add-on suits, or suits that has add-ons, and suits that have a bunch of accessories and stuff, but you really don't see that many suits. I'd say after the Unicorn era that has a bunch of platform armor. That's what I call this. I call this platform armor, because essentially what all this is just, it gives the new Gundam more armor. It can do a transformation flight mode. more weapons. It makes it faster with the boost. You get more beam weaponry. You get more beam sabers. It's all around. This is a very good addition to the new Gundam. Now, I don't know if other suits could use the Alyzeus armor. They don't really talk about that stuff. But I feel like you probably could retrofit another suit to carry Alyzeus, to transform into Alyzeus. I don't think Alyzeus is standard for the new Gundam. I think Alyzeus is a mobile suit platform that just so happens to have a mass-produced new Gundam in it. Because say this was just for a standard Gundam, then it would only be just for that Gundam. You know what I mean? So since I believe a grunt suit can use Alyzeus, I believe any suit can be fitted around Alyzeus, which would be kind of cool if someone wants to kit bash Alyzeus with another suit. I think that'd be a really good idea for someone to try that out, because the way that you separate, or excuse me, the way that you attach new Gundam to Alyzeus, you could pretty much take those inner connectors and just fit those to another high grade, and then you could connect another mobile suit to Alyzeus, which I think would be really cool. Something for you guys to think about in the future. Seriously. So compare this to other high grades. This is probably up there with the best of Bandai's high grades so far. Pretty much, this is up there with, I'm going to say, Psycho Gundam. Up there with, I'm not going to say it's like neck and neck with, but the Neo Zeon, that's probably the greatest high grade of all time. We can argue that in the comments if you guys want. It's definitely top 5 for sure for best high grades. And now, I'm not saying real grades, I'm saying high grades. So please, guys, don't shit on me in the comments. But this is definitely up there. And once I got past the outer legs of Alyzeus, that's when the build got fun again. Once I started getting into the groove of going through it. Because like I said, guys, I got really bored building this in the middle. And I really just wanted it to be done because I wanted to see how it looked. But once I got past those legs and I got into the arms, the backpack, and the tail fin for the flight mode, that's when this really picked back up again. And it is very, very well put together. Bandai did a slam dunk on this thing. I can't complain. Here's some more shots of the new. See what I'm saying? Like, this thing's, the new is superposable. Alyzeus really isn't, and I think that was intentional. But I'm going to show you guys what the Alyzeus looks like in flight mode now, because I think this is going to be a really big seller for this. I mean, this is Alyzeus put together. It looks so cool. It looks a little bland when you just are staring at it, but once you see everything that's going on with the kit, it's a beautiful kit. Bandai, good job. Now let's talk about some of the cons. The cons are, again, it was a little boring in the middle, but once you get past that, you guys I don't even know how to explain that. You guys will see what I'm talking about when you're building this thing. It's just, you're just like, okay, I want to get past these legs. That's pretty much my only con. For the pros, beautiful articulation. It transforms. It's huge. Lots of shelf presence. It's a ton of weapons. The beam sabers, the beam rifles, the missile pods. It transforms. You know, like this kit's the business, guys. I think you guys will really enjoy this. Seriously. Who's this kit for? Unfortunately, this is definitely a intermediate to professional. How much does it cost? I got mine for about 150 bucks, and I know that is going to turn a lot of people off from this kit. I mean, that's just the way it is. But look at this flight mode, guys. This is incredible. Now, what do I rate this kit? I was going to rate this a little low, but honestly, after putting it in the flight mode and just looking at it, I'm going to give this kit a 9.2 out of 10 for sure. The price is what's keeping it from being an all-around 10, but if you guys can get past that and you got the money for it, pick this kit up. It's so cool. Anyways, if you guys like the content, please subscribe. Don't forget to subscribe. We're on our way to 1,000 subs. Don't forget the contest is coming up. I'm Everyday Gunpla. I'll see you guys in the next video. Sazabeat's coming. Sazabeat's coming. See you guys. Later.